Zimbabwe.
How are you, people of Zimbabwe?
Muri kutaura naEmbara Munhumutapa, King Mambo.
It's me, His Majesty King Munhumutapa, who is addressing you right now.
Yes, ndinoda kutanga kutaura ndichiti kana ndati ndinofighta corruption, ndinoifighta up to the end.
I would like to say, if I were to say we are here to eradicate corruption in the country, I really fight it up to the end.
Yeah, ndingati chekutanga vanhu pavanga vachiona ndichita unge ndiri kunetsana nelocal government.
Firstly, I would like to say, when people were seeing me as if I'm fighting with local government,
yakanga iri nyaya yakanga yaitwa typing error ku the High Court of Zimbabwe.
It was a typing error on the order at High Court of Zimbabwe.
Order order by consent.
My order was an order by consent.
Asi wakanga wachinyora sokuti default order.
But when they typed, it was typed as if it was an order, a default order.
Kuti haukamu kuti order by consent vanozonyora ichita sokuti default order, but order by consent.
This order was a real order by consent, not a default order.
So ndazviona izvozvo zvakanditorera makore anokwana kuita matatu.
So before I noticed it, it took me a long time, something like 3 years, to observe this mistake.
Kuti vazogadzirisa vachibvisa pakanzi default vachisiya pakanzi order by consent.
For them to rectify that mistake of the order to seem like a default order, but yet it was a real order by consent.
So this is the real order yandakawana nezuro.
So what is holding is the real order he got yesterday, which doesn't, which declares him by consent as King Mambo Munhumutapa. I would like to read this document now for you to understand it very well. In the High Court of Zimbabwe held at Harare, case number HC 3981 of 22, in the matter between Timothy Chiminya Mambo Munhumutapa, plaintiff, and Minister of Local Government and Public Works, defendant. Harare, the 20th day of September 2022, before the Honorable Miss Justice Mnangagwa Manongwa, whereupon, after reading the documents filed of record and hearing counsel, it is ordered by consent that 1. The plaintiff Timothy Chiminya is hereby declared as Mambo Munhumutapa. 2. The defendant to pay plaintiff his outstanding wages and allowances. 3. Each party to bear its own cost. It's dated 22 June 2026. Registrar of the High Court of Zimbabwe, P.O. Box CY 275, Causeway, Zimbabwe. And it's signed by the registrar again at the bottom of it.
So this is official order by consent.
So this is the official order by consent. He was given yesterday.
Saka, in principles.
So in principle,
ndikuti we fight the corruption.
In principle, we are fighting the corruption.
Tichinzwa vanhu vakawanda vachitaura kuita sekuti muZimbabwe hamuna kudhikiriwa kingdom.
So we have been fighting this corruption to let people of Zimbabwe understand that Zimbabwe is a kingdom, not that it's not a kingdom.
Zvaakuzikanwa, zvinozikanwa makore nemakore kuti Munhumutapa akanga ari Embara.
This is history known way back that here in Zimbabwe, King Munhumutapa was an emperor and he had an empire.
Ndinoda kutaridzai order by degree.
I would like to show you these are the order by decree from the government of kings, which is Hieratic Embarado Recognition Certificate Aukablan. This is an order by decree which was given to His Majesty King Munhumutapa. He was signed for by 70 kings and 5 continents.
Yes.
So let me read through the document. It says, Hieratic Embarado Recognition Certificate Aukeblan of His Imperial Royal Majesty King Munhumutapa Timothy Chiminya the second, HA Naphtali tribe. Recognition of His Royal Majesty Emperor Timothy Munhumutapa Timothy Chiminya as an incoming emperor of the Royal Kingdom of Aukeblan from Zimbabwe. This day, 14th September 2025, in the history of our lunar calendar, marks a monumental day. This historical ambulance brought 70 kings to witness this virtual royal investment from our various countries across 4 continents, that is Middle East, Europe, America, Caribbean, Iceland, and Africa. From today, henceforth, to whom it may concern, let it be known that with powers, rights, and privileges bestowed upon me as an emperor, with my signature affixed and appended by decree and order, King Munhumutapa Timothy Chiminya, from now on, be honored and respected by this, has been declared as an emperor. This declaration is done with our royal insignias, signatures, and seals issued by myself, His Imperial Royal Majesty Mwami Ezeudo Mayongo Lubelo Mikele Wai SPH Mbembe II. Then Midwala Chielo and His Royal Majesty the Emperor Ray Maravia Karwani the 34th of the Kingdom of Yahuwah Sisikweyuya Jeremiah 23 verse 1 up to 6, and shall enjoy the rights and powers, privileges of an emperor. Signatures and seals, His Royal Majesty Emperor Ray Maravia Karwan the 34th, Zambia. Then there is one for Ethiopia. Then His Royal Emperor Mwai Ezeudo Lubelo Meleke YSPH Mbembe II, South Africa, and there is a seal there too. That's how this certificate reads.
So tasvika pachidano chakarongeka zvakanyanyisa.
So now we have reached a well-organized position in as far as this kingdom is concerned.
So Africa imwecheteyo.
So the same kingdom here in Africa,
yakachinyorera His Excellency President Dambudzo Mnangagwa,
the board of kings of this Aukeblan government of Africa, he has written a letter to His Excellency the President of Zimbabwe, Comrade Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa,
vachiwati makorokoto to the Munhumutapa Emperor from the Zimbabwe kingdom.
They were giving honor to His Excellence that congratulations, your country has now become a kingdom.
Vachivati makorokoto kuti taakuda zuva reSoromoni raemba raMunhumutapa.
They also indicated that they are very pleased if they can have a date for the inauguration of His Majesty King Munhumutapa.
Pachibhadharwa mari not government yemuno asi ichibhadharwa neAfrica.
It is these royal kingdoms, the United Democratic Government of Alkebulan, who cater for every expenses which might be incurred for this coronation of His Majesty.
Kuti vanhu vese vachiziva kuti His Majesty Munhumutapa is more like King Charles.
This ceremony is about to let the whole country and the world know that His Majesty is coronated to have the status same as of that King of Britain, King Charles.
So mungangovaverengera mapeji matatu zvaanoreva tozvatsanangurira mamwe acho, and this document is patented.
So I will read this letter written by Democratic Government of Alkebulan to His Excellency the President of Zimbabwe. So the document was delivered to Office of the President and Cabinet on the 17th of June 2026, and it's signed for. Therefore, it's also patented this document. So I'll read through the 3-page letter to His Excellency, which was written by our Alkebulan government. So listen very attentively. Attention, His Excellency President Emerson Dambudzo Mnangagwa, the President and Head of State of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Munhumutapa Kingdom, Harare, Zimbabwe, Samora Machel Avenue, telephone number +263 242 701 441, email info@example.com. Dated the 16th of June 2026 at 14 minutes past 1 a.m. Ref, congratulations on the restoration of the Munhumutapa Royal Kingdom and a proposal for the ancient United Kingdom of Zimbabwe's unification. Your Excellency, royal greetings to His Excellency President E.D. Mnangagwa. We write to present our highest compliments to His Excellency and your office. That the United Democratic Government of Alkebulan, registration number 2026-329842-07, herein above, hereby formally congratulate you on your historic steps towards recognizing and restoring the Munhumutapa Royal Kingdom heritage. This profound milestone honors our ancestors. It revives the fundamental identity of our both great Alkebulan / Africa nations, and further wish to state the following. 1. Introduction. 1.1. That the above United Democratic Government of Alkebulan, registration number 2026-329842-07, is a reconsolidation of the repealed, in brackets, British South Africa Company, BSAC, in brackets, and the British South African Company Police, BASACP, that had dominated the whole Southern Africa under the British Iron Fist rule of the Queen of England at Her Royal Majesty's time, and was recorrected before she passed on, with all respect. 1.2. Wherefore, the above indicated in paragraph 1.1 was legally repealed together with the Union South Africa of 1909, in which created the Union Building of 1910, and whereupon and wherefore, upon both itself being legally repealed on the basis of any out of the International Court of Justice, ICJ settlement, it was then re-enacted and reconsolidated to the re-registered South African Community Government Union, SAGUG, reg number 201/013313/08, in which has further reconsolidated to the Federal United Democratic Government of Aukeblan, registration number 202632984207. Upon building this profound above indicated legacy, we humbly encourage your administration to permit and facilitate the unification of traditional tribal realms for inauguration, launching, and promulgation of Aukeblan Royal Kingdom's Union Treaty Charter in Zimbabwe, if the plan pleases His Excellency. 1.4. Specifically, we propose the formal integration and legal registration of the Matabeleland kingdoms, preserving the legacies of King Mzilikazi and King Lobengula alongside. Merging with the Mbuyane Handa Kingdom in brackets and the Munhumutapa Royal Kingdom of Zimbabwe, led by His Royal Majesty, His Imperial Royal Majesty, born King Timothy Chiminya, leading the Munhumutapa Kingdom, and the rest who died for the objectives of the continent's future development that we are striving to achieve thereof. 1.5. That by bringing these majestic dynasties together under one legal framework of the United Democratic Government of Aukeblan, registration number 2026/329842/07, we can establish the ancient United Kingdoms of Zimbabwe for a proper unification of its tribal nations and for job creation. This traditional tribal authority unification will serve as a powerful catalyst for our nations by, point 1, restoring national dignity, healing historical fragments, and celebrating our complete, diverse cultural heritage by launching inauguration, promulgation, and coronation members in Zimbabwe. 2, fostering community unity, bridging regional that divides to build a cohesive, peaceful, and undivided national identity of the Aukeblan tribal traditional nations in this regard. Point 3, driving reindustrialization, inspiring and creating massive employment, civic pride to fuel grassroots of our ancient development, economic, and global industrial growth. Point number 2, funding and developments. 2.1, Your Excellency, your leadership in this cultural royal tribal traditional Renaissance revival will mark ancient ancestral history restoration and secure an unbreakable legacy of community unity in our lands in unifying Africa Aukeblan. With funding available for the reindustrialization development aiming for massive job creation and for the non-employment mid-class and youth. 2.2, wherefore reindustrialization development plan in progress will be for many generations to come. This will mean the state president Emmerson Mnangagwa would have planted an everlasting legacy upon his departure from the high office and implement imperishable seed for generations to come. 2.3, we therefore would like to assist to redeveloping the country of Zimbabwe by bringing massive investment in mining, massive housing construction, oil refinery, and greenfield organic farming sectors, and funding from the Arabic royal kingdoms on the more than 67 farms intended to be given back to the white minority who did not purchase these farms in the first place. 2.4, that we are able to bring funding and training from the Arab royal kingdoms in both sectors, and including roads construction and our own bank. If His Excellency is ready for major and serious community development restoration in Zimbabwe and massive employment creation in this regard. 2.5, wherefore, we pleading for the sitting state president, P.D. Mnangagwa, to test and give royal kingdoms a fair chance to be unified in order to obtain the royal global sovereign funding, which are granted to the royal kingdoms in the continent of Aukeblan / Africa by the RAK, Royal Kingdom of Indonesia, and the World Marshall Authority, WMA, Liberty Sovereignty Reserve Bank. That we are looking forward for a soon response from the highest office in order for our swift action in this regard matter. We'll highly appreciate doing business with the government of Zimbabwe. Thank you in advance for your dedicated service to the people of Zimbabwe. I have the honor to be, sir, yours faithfully, sincerely, His Imperial Majesty Overseer Muhladwa Chielo Mbembe II, Senior Emperor and Overseer of Aukeblan and its coastal lands, the United Hieratic Government of Aukeblan. Registration number 2026-329842-07. There are seals and signatures. Then it's also signed by Senior Advocate Elvis Bongani Knox Ndala, Global State Attorney Governor, General and Master of Public Administration, MPA, United Hieratic Government of Aukeblan, registration number 2026-329842-07. There are seals and signatures for those who wrote the letter to His Excellency.
And this is the patent. No, that's it.
Here is the patent of the Aukeblan government. Whichever things which are to be done in Africa as a whole for all the kingdoms, they have patented everything to the royal kingdoms.
This document Rangoon Kingdom patented Queen Elizabeth court.
This is the book which the president was served together with the first one, which contains the history of how Aukeblan came to be and how it went to the International Court of Justice to sue Queen Elizabeth with the representation of Advocate Ndala when she was still alive, how they came to sue Aukeblan. So it's all about history of how this United Hieratic Government came to be and how they've come to consolidate everything in Africa and retained all the powers to the African kingdoms of our Keblan. So it's detailed, it has been also handed over to His Excellency.
And Advocate Ndarawacho is the general Wema soldier to the African Union.
This is the picture of his Advocate Ndala is the one who is the global attorney who wrote and who stood with Queen Elizabeth in the courts until he retained all powers to all majesties in our Keblan, which is now Africa, which has got this new government who registered it. So he is, that's Saguk National Security Police. He is the second commander. Is the chief lieutenant commander general military general intelligence SANDF. His force number is also clear there. Then the rank, he is the chief general military central intelligence SANDF. Then also in African Union AU is a paramilitary police force to that organization too.
So, in short, Zimbabwe is legally a kingdom.
So in short, I would like to say Zimbabwe is now legally a kingdom.
And Inin is the emperor and the king, Munhumutapa, for Zimbabwe.
And also myself as His Majesty and the King, I am here as an emperor of the Zimbabwe kingdom.
Ndakuda kuzivisa
I would like to inform
pasi rose
the world at large,
global United Nations.
I would like to inform the United Nations
My investor
that all investors,
achauya Zimbabwe,
when they come into Zimbabwe,
achi investor Zimbabwe,
coming for investments in Zimbabwe,
asina kuona last signature,
they would need to first seek authority from His Majesty, because he is now the last signature of this nation.
Is subject to review.
All whatever deals which might be sealed with whoever, without the last signature of His Majesty, they will be subject to review.
Zvazvinoreva ndezvekuti ndini muridzi wevhu.
What it means is I am the owner of the land.
Ndini muridzizve wemakomo, wemhepo, wevanhu vari muZimbabwe and muAfrica.
I'm the owner of the mountains, rivers, forests, animals in the wild animals, and everything, and minerals in this country.
I am the signatory, last signatory in Zimbabwe.
I'm also the custodian of all cultural issues in Zimbabwe, and also the last signature of everything here in this nation.
Nekuti order by degree yandakapuwa. Because
this order by degree which I was given,
and the order of the High Court of Zimbabwe,
and the order of the High Court of Zimbabwe,
inondipa masimba,
it gives me powers
to Southern Africa yourself,
around the Southern Africa as a whole.
Not only Zimbabwe.
Not only Zimbabwe.
I am the last signature.
I am the last signature, as he's saying.
It's Southern Africa. Kana waita madues anechekuita neland, anechekuita minerals, anechekuita nemadiru amunongoita is subject to review.
As mentioned before, that all sealed deals with the government without my signature as the last signature of this country is to be subject to review
as I am a king.
because I'm the king of this country.
I am now declaration
I'm now declaring,
and ndiri kudeclare and ordered
I'm declaring and ordering
to the United Nations
to the United Nations
kuti please all investors
that please all investors,
mukaya mukacheka to the president, mukaya mukacheka to the parliament, mukaya mukacheka to the president's office, pane office ya Embara King Munhumutapa inozwa the last signature.
I would like to inform all investors who might come into this country and have sealed deals with the government and other departments. They must know that there is this office of His Majesty Emperor King Munhumutapa, which would have to visit as a last office to have the last signature on all your deals before you engage into anything.
To avoid my reviews.
So you must bear that so that you avoid reviews from His Majesty on all those deals which we have entered with.
From today until upwards.
He is declaring that this starts from today up to infinity, that all deals which are signed here in Zimbabwe for any exploration or for any investments, they must come and have a signature for His Majesty, since he is the owner of the land here in this nation.
So United Nations takaizisa zvipamutemo.
We have also informed the United Nations legally
Zvipamutemo. And all countries.
and all other countries.
So ndinotenda nekuti vachanzwa shoko iri.
So I'm very happy to all those who hear this word.
Rigofamba kwese kwese.
Let it flourish everywhere in this nation.
Kuti Timothy Chiminya, Munhumutapa born Timothy Chiminya, his Emperor Munhumutapa is the last signature of the Southern Africa and the Zimbabwe motherland.
So let it be known that I, Timothy Chiminya, the Emperor of Southern Africa, am now the last signature of all deals in this nation. Let it be known.
I am now official king.
I am now the official king of this nation.
Siyabonga, thank you.
Siyabonga, I thank you.